it's Christy here with Blooms and Brushstrokes, and I want to wish you all a very happy new year. Oh my gosh, we have made it to 2026, and 2025 was quite the year, I'm going to say. I don't know if you guys can see a little text here. He wants to wish you guys all a very happy new year as well. Hey buddy, they missed you in the last video. Everything's so good. Anyways, I hope you guys have all had a great 2025 and have set some really amazing goals for 2026. I know that I have. I am looking forward to another year of painting with you guys and, you know, some more tutorials and whatnot. I did want to get on here though and ask you guys, what would you like to see? Honestly, I just do the tutorials because when I'm looking for different videos, I'm always looking for tutorials. I don't really care too much about, you know, what products people are using. Like, I mean, I think there's the odd thing. Oh, text. No. There's the odd thing that I look for, you know, specifically where it's like, oh, what kind of paintbrush does this or whatever. But for the most part, I love watching painting videos or any art videos of just simply that. So I just have kind of morphed into doing videos on tutorials of different flowers because that's what I like to paint. So if there's anything that you guys would love to see, just drop me a comment and let me know, and I would be more than happy to explore that. Obviously, as you know, I mainly paint florals and foliage and stuff like that. So I will, if it's in that kind of realm of things, I will definitely dabble in it. So that's what I prefer. There's lots of really great artists out there that paint a variety of different things and they're more specialized in that. So I will stick to what I love and it makes it fun for me. But yeah, if you guys have anything, definitely drop it in the comments section. I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of this YouTube channel with me. It's had some ups and downs in the first year for sure, but I look forward to this year and, you know, all that it'll bring and all that I will learn and grow as an artist myself. So I just wanted to get on and do a fun little tutorial to start the new year off. I wanted to have something. I thought about it and I was like, I want to have something for New Year's Day for you guys. So we're just going to do a quick little loose flower with some really loose painting techniques. So get your stuff together. I've got just that cardstock that I've been using. I haven't even opened up the new cardstock yet. We're going to be using something like this. I'm going to use the Mangayo paints because I just have them here. Our Windsor Newton silver ink. I've used a little bit of this masking tape just to hold it down. I've got my black Micron ink pen and a variety of brushes. So get all your things together and let's get painting, you guys. All right, so we have our little flower sketched out here. It's just a rough guideline because we're going to be very loose with the paints. So I'm going to use my number 10 Aqua Elite Princeton round brush here. As you can see, I love these round brushes. They're great. I'd like to get some new brushes. But I actually have booked a holiday. So I'm going to be putting the paints on hold right now, but when I get back, I hope to get some new supplies. So that's the brush I'm going to use. We are going to do this very, very loosely. So as you can see, there's my center and then there's the petals and they're kind of overlapping. That's what we want. So I'm going to use different colors of blue. We're using that Mangayo set and there's a bunch of different blues on there. So I think I'm going to use I love this ultramarine, but I also love the Russian blue here that they have. Or what is it? Maybe it's Parisian. I can't even read it, but it's 823 and this is the ultramarine. So I might use a variety of those. As you know, I like to mix them all the time. So I'm going to use we'll say the turquoise because that's what it looks like. And I'm going to mix a tiny little black into that just to just to make it just a little bit more moody, to dial it down a bit so it's not quite as vibrant. As you guys can see here, just like that. I love that look. Okay. So we're going to take a bunch of that paint on our paintbrush and we're going to drop it down. You can just drop a few droplets of it with that color. We're just putting down some drops, and then I'm going to clean off my brush so it's almost totally clear, and we're going to move that paint from those spots. And it's going to be very light, and that's okay, because we want to give this kind of look of it being transparent almost. And you can go kind of up and out of the lines if you like. Those are just rough guidelines there. Love how that looks already. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to skip over, and I'm going to do this one right here. So same thing with the same color. And we're just dotting down some color right there. And we're just going to pull it from there. Awesome. I like how that looks. You can stay in the lines. You can go out of lines, whatever you so choose. I'm just kind of going a little. And then we're going to do this one over here. Skip a petal and then go over. Whoops. That is not what I wanted to do there, you guys. Sorry. I wanted to drop that down. I got a little crazy there. You can drop that ink down. Sorry. And then we're going to pull it from the center out, just like the other ones. It just gives that really kind of transparent look when you do that, as opposed to it being like kind of opaque-y. So that's why I like to do like a little bit of the drop of the color and then pull it to where I want it to go. Okay, I think that looks excellent. So before we move on, we're going to want to let those totally dry. And then we'll go in with our ultramarine blue and we're going to play with that a little bit. And for the stem, let's just stick with the blue kind of colors. I'm going to do the stem in that same kind of turquoise with that black mixed in there. Just keep it kind of all in the same. I guess monochromatic is what they would call that. Just like that, just to keep it simple. I can drop that in there. So we're going to let that totally dry up, and then we will do the other petals. I use the blow dryer here to dry it. You can do that as well. It speeds things up a little bit. So now we're going to get that ultramarine blue, and we're going to kind of dilute that down as well with a little bit of that black. I just kind of like how moody that makes the color look, as opposed to being so vibrant. I know some artists will say, don't ever use black to, you know, neutralize, whatever. Some people are just against that, but I'm not. Okay, so we'll start with this one over here. And again, get lots of that water, color, everything. Drop a big blob of it down. Clean off your brush. It's okay if there's still a little bit on there. And we're going to just move it around. Like so. We'll get another big blob of that. Put that one in there. Just a little dab there so there's a little bit more intensity. And we're moving it on up. Looks so good. We'll just drop a little bit of that in there as well. And then we're going to do our last one here. Right here, and we're going to do the same with that ultramarine mixed with the black. And a big dollop of color. You want a wet brush? We're just going to move that around. Just going to help move this up a bit. It's going to leave a weird line just because this cardstock is not the best. It will do funky things if you don't kind of help it along a bit. So we're just going to leave that in there. We're going to let that totally dry, and then we're going to work on the center part, and then we'll work on the line work as well as adding our silver into it. So let that totally dry, you guys. So for the center, we are going to make it straight up black. And we're just going to go in and paint it. It's going to be bold. That's what we want. If it feels a little bit too intense for you, it does for me. I'm just going to go pick up a little bit of that color, soften it a bit. And we're going to let that totally dry. Now we are going to use the #1 Micron ink pen, which is something that I use often. And we are going to do some line work on this. We're going to finish up the detail with the center and whatnot once we are using the silver. So this part gets fun. We're going to start up here with this petal up here. We're going to start up here with this one and just ever so loosely outline it. I think you could probably get away with doing a couple passes over, just like so. Then we're going to move on to the next one over here. And I think I'm going to like the look of that going over a couple times. And then we'll go down here. Beautiful. Then we're going to go up and do these ones. So they are going to be, you're going to see the lines. We're going to do those lines under, so they're going to look like they're coming through. Just like that. I'm going to go and do this one over here. And this one over here. Okay. All right, you guys, that looks pretty good. So we're gonna go down here and do the stem and just ever so lightly kind of go up and down the sides of it. Just like that. We're gonna add in some detail with the pen. If you're not comfortable, you can leave it at this. If you're comfortable doing a little bit of pen work, then go ahead and just kind of draw in some lines. This is a liner 1 10-0 Aqua Elite Princeton brush. It's lovely for doing some really amazing detail work. So very first, I want to do the detail work of the center of the flower. So there's going to be like the little dots and like, what do you call that? Oh, and then just the little, oh, if I could remember what these are called. Anyways, just the part of the center of the flower that has, which would get the pollen on it. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm drawing a blank. So we're just gonna do a few of those coming up. Just like that. I think that looks good. And then we can go and do a little bit of detail work in the flower itself, or we could just splatter it. I like the idea of putting some in the flower. Why not? This is a New Year's painting. Let's glitz it up a bit. So we're gonna go in and just kind of do the odd. Ones like that around. Doesn't need to be a whole big bunch. But just a little something extra. If you don't like it, you don't like how it looks, don't do it. If you love how it looks, get it in there. Awesome. We can kind of go down this if we want to. Perfect. So I think that looks really great, you guys. But of course, you know me, I love to just throw in a little splatter. So I'm going to use this 10-0 as well. Predominantly keep the splatters in the middle, the big ones, and then move out with the smaller ones. I always like to kind of have it really busy in the middle. And just like that, looks beautiful to me. So I'm just going to go put 2 6 on there because it's New Year's now. All right, so that is going to wrap up that beautiful little card. So you could always add a couple more flowers in there. I just wanted to keep it simple with one flower for this tutorial. I think it looks really beautiful. Let me know what you guys think. That is going to wrap it up for us, you guys, on the very first tutorial of 2026. I really enjoy it. It's just something easy and fun and just kind of gets you playing with those paints. And again, the great thing about stuff like this and doing tutorials similar to this, I don't want that to, drip. Shouldn't. is that you can play around with any color scheme that you want. So if you wanted to play around with it in like the monochromatic, so sticking with like pinks or reds or oranges or purples, greens, whatever you wanted, you can just play around with that and just make a bunch of cards the exact same way that we just did, but in a bunch of different colors. And then you can have a whole bunch of cards to give to people that are not the same, but the same. So that is what I love about doing stuff like this. You know, you can paint it once in one color, and then you can basically do the same thing over and over again in many different colors and color schemes, and you can do complementary colors, like whatever. You can have fun with it. And that is the beauty of painting, is just getting in there and just making sure that you don't think that every single time you create something, it's got to be a masterpiece. It's okay if it doesn't work out. That's how we learn. Honestly, I did a couple trials before I actually did this one. I did this one, which I love too. But I like them all. I wanted to practice just before we got going on it. And so, you know, now I've got a couple cards with some flowers on it. Great. If I need to give one to somebody, happy birthday, happy New Year's. It all works out. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much. Again, happy New Year to you all. I hope this year is full of creativity, joy, love, all that good stuff. I mean, in the world that we're living in, that there's a lot of chaos happening. The one thing that we can do for ourselves is be creative. I totally believe that. That just brings us back to earth, just brings us back to this moment, lets us kind of get away from everything and into what's happening right here, right now. So I hope this year is full of creative magic for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the tutorial, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please give me a subscribe. And if you have any suggestions of what you would love to see, anything specifically, please drop it in the comment section. I would love to answer all that you guys would want to do in the upcoming year. So talk to you guys very soon. Happy New Year again, and thank you so much for watching.